I haven't done a live for a while, and it's been a while because I always want to do live when I bump into some special products and something unique and something is beneficial to all the Purist community. And again, I'm not getting paid for this, right?
No.
And I do it because I like the product. I think it's a great product, and it's owned by a Purist. It's started by a Purist, and I think people should take a look at this product. I think it's pretty badass. So, I saw this product basically on Instagram a few weeks back, and as you guys probably know, that I used to ride motorcycle, and you can see a lot of motorcycle there and behind me. So I just thought about how I kind of want to start riding motorcycle again, and I was just scrolling through it, and I saw this particular product. It's crazy cool product because it links up your turn signals and everything with your shoes. So when you're making a turn signal, when you put a turn signal on your motorcycles, well, actually your shoes will start blinking. One thing you know about as a motorcycle rider, the toughest part is during nighttime. And plus, a lot of us, we modify our turn signals to be high inside the fender to make it look cool, but also in a way that kind of decrease the visibility for the cars coming from behind us. And a lot of my friends actually, I used to ride with, unfortunately, they all got rear end accident during the stoplight. And some of them unfortunately got their life taken away. And I think if this product was invented earlier, a few years ago, and would have saved a lot of life. On top of that, the founder has a pretty cool story that I think is very inspiring, that you guys should hear about it, because this way it's oh, you got another one here. Wow, we have all this. You guys gotta check this out. This is like the most life we ever. It's kind of ghetto setup. We have buckets, cat litter buckets. But it's kind of cool. But we're doing this for fun. So I think he has a guy in here. He came all the way from San Diego here today just to be with us, not just to talk about his product. And again, I'm not getting paid for this. I do it because I think it's a great product, and he's a great guy. And he's been in the Purist community for a while. And also, his story is kind of inspiring. Why? Because you want to share the story with your kids out there. You tell them, don't never give up on your dream. If they have something they want to do in life, and this will be a good case, and you're a good example of that. And we talked a little bit story about myself, and
yeah,
it was kind of fun, and my friend just showed up. So, all right, so I'm gonna turn over the camera to him. I'm gonna hide behind the camera, and I'm gonna ask him a lot of questions. And you guys feel free to ask him questions, and I'll help you answer those questions. And then he'll show you a demo of the product. Okay? All right. Turn around. I'm gonna turn this around. All right. So now, move this camera here. All right. So tell us about who you are.
Okay, so my name's Adam Timmerberg, and I've been riding motorcycles most of my life. San Diego is where I live now because I basically transferred there for the university. So I went to school at UC San Diego for electrical engineering, mathematics, economics, and a minor in business. But parking at UCSD is not very good, and since I have a motorcycle background, I ended up commuting on a motorcycle to school a lot. Because they have a ton of motorcycle parking, but in doing so, I found a lot of challenges with commuting on motorcycles, and so that's kind of what our product went to kind of answer the questions that people needed for that product.
So before we talk about a product, right?
Sure,
let's
yeah.
talk about your story. And talk about a story that when we talked about, and when you were young, you actually wanted to create something like this, but you couldn't find it on the market. And
yeah, definitely. So when I was commuting, I was just like, there's got to be a comfortable, stylish, fashionable motorcycle shoe, because I love shoes. And so a lot of the motorcycle boots on the market are kind of heavy, cowboy boot size, heavy leather. They're extremely safe, which is great if you're going to the track or the mountains, but if you're just commuting to school or work, I mean, it's not something you want to be seen in off the bike. So I ended up renting a locker at my university, stashing a pair of shoes, and when I got to campus, I would just swap into my normal shoes, walk around, swap back into my riding boots, ride home. And yeah, I was asking everybody, hey, where are the cool, comfortable shoes? And they didn't exist. So as soon as I graduated college, First thing I did is filed some patents, got the LLC started, and we started making this product.
So what makes your shoes special compared to other people's shoes?
A lot of things. Come on, can I grab one real quick?
Sure.
Here, I'll be right back.
He actually rode all the way up from San Diego to here to show you guys the shoes, man.
So this is the ROAME Zero, and there's a lot of things. Where to start? First of all, a motorcycle shoe needs to protect against several things, one of them being impact protection and the other being abrasion resistance. So even though it looks like kind of a high top shoe, under the surface and the ankles, all around the back, the sides, both the outside, the inside, and the toe, all have hidden impact protection under the surface. It's through a company out of the UK called D3O. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's an orange padding that's soft, but as soon as you have impact, it gets more rigid with impact, so that the energy from the impact actually gets absorbed in that material and it gets rigid momentarily. So the other thing is the abrasion resistant leather is kind of strategically placed throughout the shoe in a way that offers protection but also has function. So one of the problems with riding shoes is that your shifter knob always ruins your shoe kind of right here, because the shifter knob is basically a little peg over your left foot. So we put a high-grade leather strap here to take the brunt of the shifting so that it doesn't wear out your shoes. And another problem is your laces, they always get stuck in your chain, or you have to tuck them into your shoes. So we put this upper strap here to kind of bring your laces back away from that chain. And the shoes are symmetrical, so both straps are on both. Most people don't know that they're function-based straps. And lastly, like the most important thing, the thing that people like most is they are computers. And so these shoes wirelessly connect to your motorcycle to become wireless brake lights and turn signals. So basically you turn them on, it's gonna turn on, it'll wake up and it'll tell me the battery level by flashing. So this is two blinks.
Cool.
Thank you. Means it's a medium battery. We ran into a struggle where how do you tell the user kind of your battery level before you go for a ride? So that's kind of the startup sequence. And yeah, when you use your existing motorcycles, turn signals and brake lights, the shoes mimic your motorcycle. And that being on a point you mentioned earlier that people don't see us, we're kind of smaller mass objects. And so a lot of companies have done some things to make the motorcycles more visible on the road, like daytime running headlights and such, but they've done studies that show when you look in the mirror, you actually recognize the human being first, and then you recognize the vehicle they're traveling on second. So illuminating the rider actually is the natural thing you should do to kind of make us more visible on the road.
Perry just says hi. Perry Liu.
Hi. Yeah, I went to college with Perry.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So he's glad to see you featured on here, Adam. So, how about this? Let's. People are asking. So, how does this? First of all, is it hard to install onto your bike?
Not that bad if you're good with basic electronics, but any shop should be able to do it. This is the device that comes with your set, and it's your vehicle box. It has 5 wires, pretty simple. You basically splice into a ground for your black wire, power for the red, but the power should be controlled by your ignition, so when you turn off your bike, this device shuts down. And the 3 remaining wires just tap into the positive wire for your brake lights and the positive wire for each turn signal. So you splice it in.
Okay. And how about you do a little demo for us to show people that how does this thing work?
Yeah, so there's so many cameras here right now. This is
I'm gonna move the camera towards you,
Okay.
like this. Move some of the stuff away. I'm gonna move the camera. How's that? I really need to get more of my stuff together, man. Okay.
All right. So I am also wearing a pair of ROAME Zeros. Let's see if we get these in the camera in the shot. All right. So I will give the demo with my shoes that I'm wearing because they're currently paired to the bike, and then I'll explain a few other features. Once we get all the cameras set up. All right.
Perfect.
Okay, so the on-off switch is in the shoe, and you can either squeeze it, or as I've gotten used to doing, it's just kind of clicking your heels.
Oh, wow.
And then
You do that again? That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they're on now. So,
Okay.
so now they're on. You turn your bike on, and when you hit your brakes on your motorcycle, the shoes light up red. The left turn signal, left shoe, right turn signal, right shoe, and you can do the brakes and turn signals at the same time.
That's cool.
So you don't actually have to do anything with your feet. You basically just ride and use your existing turn signals and brake lights. Also, the turn signals do go around the front of the shoe. So you'll notice that they're backwards right now because I'm 180 degrees from the bike, but front visibility is also there. We did not put LEDs in the middle because it was wasting power.
Yeah.
But we went around the toe. And a
How
cool feature.
about hazards?
Hazards, yeah, my bike doesn't have hazards, but if you have hazards, they will work like hazards. A cool feature is now I turn the bike off. After 60 seconds, the shoes will recognize that the motorcycle is off, and then the shoes will shut down to conserve battery. So you'll see that in about 60 seconds where the shoes illuminate solid yellow and fade off as they go to sleep. So you don't have to get to your destination and kind of turn your shoes off. They're smart shoes.
That's awesome.
So these shoes are not paired to my bike.
Okay.
But we didn't use Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. We built our own network from the ground up, and in doing so, we got to state. Yeah, I see this. I got to state basically everything about the wireless network. So one of the big things is, as we come out with new products and features, we want to make sure everything's backwards compatible. But let's say that you have a passenger also. You can have your shoes and your passenger shoes also paired to the same bike.
Mm-hmm.
So even though these shoes currently aren't paired, so you saw them shut down.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So basically,
we can
your
pair-
passenger can wear it so it doesn't block the view on the front.
Correct, and your shoes are paired to your bike. So if somebody else next to you has the system set up, their turn signals and brake lights will not affect your shoes. It's kind of a closed system. But I'm gonna put these into pairing mode really quick, show you how to pair it to your bike.
Okay.
And then I'll show you that both these shoes and my shoes that I'm wearing are in unison. So
Okay.
to put them into pairing mode, from the off state, you just hold the power button for 8 seconds. And you'll know it's ready to pair when they go red, yellow, alternating. Okay, so they're ready to pair. You turn on your bike, and in the first 30 seconds of turning on your bike, you press and release the brake 10 times. And if they pair successfully, it goes solid yellow and they shut down. So now these shoes are paired to this bike. It does not remove the pair of my existing shoes, so both shoes are paired now to the bike. So, when I turn my shoes on here, I turn these shoes on. Oops. Now all 4 shoes are on. If I use my left turn signal, the left turn signal on that and my shoes, the right turn signal and the brakes of all the shoes light up at the same time.
That's really awesome.
Now we turn off the bike, they're all gonna basically auto shut down in about 60 seconds. There's just a lot to go over. Do you want to answer some questions?
Yeah. So people are asking, where can they get it from?
You can get them from ROAME.com. It's our own spelling of Rome.
Okay, this is spelling for Rome.
It's R-O-A-M-E.
Okay.
Kind of like to roam around with the city of, to roam around with an E at the end.
Yeah.
Or the city of Rome with an A in the middle. So we basically combined both Romes into our own version of Rome.
What's the meaning? Any meaning for it? Or?
Yeah, there's a lot of meanings. So if you've ever come up with a business name, it's kind of challenging. But on motorcycles, we're always exploring. We're roaming around. We're basically building something new from the ground up, kind of
Cool.
like building Rome. The symbol here is, before we can talk about what we're doing, it is basically a pair of shoes.
Okay.
But it's also a lightning bolt.
Oh, that's
It's
pretty
2 lanes and a highway. There's a lot.
Then people are asking, are they USB-C connector?
Yeah, so they're not USB-C, they're micro USB. And this is how you charge your shoes. People always ask, how do you charge them? In each shoe, there is a micro USB charging cable port, and you just plug them into power.
What's the charging time, roughly?
From dead to full is 5 hours.
Okay. How long will they work?
We told people about a day of riding, but we've seen more that it's like a week.
Oh Jesus.
So under promise, over deliver.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
This is the charging cable it comes with, but you can use any micro USB cable.
Okay.
We wanted to include a Y cable, but as you know, a lot of Y cables like headphones and things like that get tangled in your pocket.
Yeah.
So to prevent that from happening, we included a zipper on our Y cable.
Oh, sweet.
So it's just one cable, but when you need to do it, you unzip it.
Oh man, you thought of it.
You have a Y cable.
Yeah.
You want to put it back in your pocket. You zip it up. It's one cable. So you plug one each of the micro USBs in here, this into a suitable power source, and it charges.
Okay. So they can only get it from your website right now.
Correct. Right now we're going direct to customer through ROAME.com.
Okay. And hold on, let's see. What's the price on the shoes?
So right now we're selling the set, including the vehicle box, the charging cable, everything. And a pair of shoes is $299 plus shipping.
Very reasonable price, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And the vehicle box is reusable, so if you buy replacement shoes, you can just pair your new shoes to your existing vehicle box, as we just showed with pairing these new shoes. Yeah.
That's awesome. And they're available in different sizes as
Yes, so we have whole sizes, size US men's 5 through 14. But yeah, whole sizes only. They do run a little large, so if you have, what we've been telling people, if you have wide width feet, and if you don't know if you have wide width feet or not, you probably have standard width feet. But if you know that you have wide width feet, they're true to size. So a 9 fits like a 9. If you have normal feet, they fit about half size large. So if a 9 fits like a 9.5.
Okay, warranty wise.
So we stand behind our product, and we know that we're doing something pretty new.
Okay.
These are computers, so we're offering a 1-year warranty. Basically, anybody who's had an issue or any questions about installing things, we resolve it really quickly, and we just kind of send you out a new shoe.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add? I want to talk.
Yeah, there's so much to go over and so many
Let
questions.
me just chit chat, you know.
Is it cool if I offer a promo code or discount?
Sure,
for you
of
guys?
course.
Let's do promo code Purist. If you use promo code Purist, let's say free shipping
That's awesome.
in the US.
Okay.
So.
Okay, and I want to talk to you about your story. That
Yeah,
why you want to?
totally.
Why do you remember we talked about it? So always a story on why.
Sit back down?
Yeah, let's sit back down. So great product, by the way.
Thank you.
Quite a few people watching. I guess a lot of people not working today. Oops. I didn't say that. Sure, my boss might be watching. I do have a boss.
Okay. Move it around.
Do that again. So, what's besides a great product coming up?
Yeah.
Also, I was intrigued by, of course, the story on why you want to create. Besides, so you remember we talked about it, and you mentioned about that ever since you graduated from school, that you wanted to do this, and you continually to spend a lot of money and time develop this dream of yours. That's actually very important for young people to hear that, because you didn't give up. That's the toughest part, right? So
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, that hits close to home.
how let's do this. How tough? I know how hard it is to be an entrepreneur. There must be time that you want to say, "Oh shit, I want to give it up," right? So there's many. So how? I mean, you want to tell the people that actually listening to yours. So
Yeah.
for guys that's actually watching right now, he didn't just because he was born rich and created this. And he has an idea. He suffered through what 6 years worth of development, right?
January 3rd of 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years worth of time that working his asses off trying to make this dream come true.
Yeah.
And that's a story behind his product. And I really don't want people view this shoes basically just as a product, say, oh, that's a cool product. Yeah, this is a cool product, but besides that, it's a story of an entrepreneur that so many times don't want to just give up, probably eating instant noodle every day and
Oh man,
a story like this.
So if you've ever started a company, I'm sure you already understand what I'm about to say, but for those of you that haven't started a business, you gotta go in all in, right? So when I say I've been full-time on this 6 years, January 3rd, that means 6 years ago, January 3rd, I made a decision to only make ROAME products and to build this network and to get these shoes up. And young me thought, 6 months. I thought 6 months with the right team and the right budget, we'd have our product out. Wow, was I wrong. There is so much involved in creating a product. we were self-funded for the first 10 months, filed the patents. Basically throughout college I was working and I saved up enough money for my patents. And after about 10 months, I realized, it was smart at that point to go find funding. So there's a whole challenge of creating a business plan, going out pitching investors, securing investors, and that whole side as well. And that gave us the opportunity to hire more people. And I think the biggest key to a successful business is your team. Having smart and good people that you work well with and keeping them happy and achieving a goal together is so valuable. So with the investors' money, I was able to bring on more hardware engineers, more software engineers, pay my designer a little better. Where to start? I mean, we have manufacturing in 4 countries right now. So I have manufacturing in the UK, China, Mexico, United States, and we may be bringing on Vietnam soon. So the challenges with setting up factories in other countries, I mean, I don't speak Mandarin or Cantonese, so going to China, I have to have a translator with me mainly and a driver. And being able to set up a factory in a country where you're just a foreigner, kind of out of your element, is huge. And we've done that again in 4 countries, so every country has their own kind of...
Actually, there's a lot of, I think, if you're purists out there listening, I know a lot of people that are actually in the shoe business. I mean, link it up,
Yeah.
I know there's quite a few people in Purist that own shoe manufacturing. So, if you guys out there, hit them up.
Yeah, so I mean, setting up manufacturing was a challenge. And then all the patents, the US patent alone is a 3-year process, so at least 3 years. We have patents all over the world, been approved in a lot of countries. Some of them are still out there processing. I think is it Brazil or something has a 18-year processing time for a patent, and I thought, why did I even file in Brazil? Because by the time your patent is even looked at, it's already 18 years into your product's life cycle.
Wow.
But yeah, don't give up. You said that there were times I wanted to give up. I mean, I will say I've never wanted to give up, but there are definitely times where it was very, very challenging.
Yeah, we talked
where
about
you
that.
get to a point where you're just like, what am I doing?
Yeah, we talked about that during the time we were having a coffee this morning. There's time that in life, that you just don't.
you just sometimes you wonder. You're like, is it worth it? Is what you're doing and all the effort you're putting in. I mean, I could have gotten a job with someone and done something and been making substantially good money, but I believe in what I'm doing. I think a lot of riders that see these in person, and I think anybody who has family that rides or anybody who rides understands the need to be seen. Because if you ride motorcycles, you're gonna crash, and nobody sees us, so the chances of a fatal accident are substantially higher since you're not in basically a cage or a car with airbags and seatbelts. So everything is very, very important. Making us more visible, at stoplights, like you said, getting rear-ended is huge. I think we don't like to sit still.
Yeah.
As long as you're kind of moving around on a motorcycle, you're fine. But sitting at a stoplight, I mean, I have cars come up to me, roll down their window and say, "Are those shoes connected to your motorcycle?" And I say, "Yes." And they're like, "That's so cool." And I ask them if they ride, and they say no. But I mean, cars never reach out to motorcycles to start conversations. So even the fact that someone's willing to roll down their window and have a conversation with you means that you're that much more visible.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
I personally have to admit that sometimes when I'm driving at night, because I'm getting old now, I'm 50 right now, right? 49. No, seriously, so on some of the motorcycles that they really modify their lights, some of them don't even have turn signals on it anymore. And you can barely see them until you approach to the stoplight.
Yeah.
We're not talking about inner city where there's big lights for the street, or you get to see the intersection very clearly. We're talking about maybe in the middle of Palmdale and Castor area, and until you're getting really close to the light, you're like, oh shit, there's actually a motorcycle or even bicycles right there,
Right.
And
it's a huge problem.
Yeah, this product seriously. If seriously, I some of my old riding friends that I seriously lost 3 of them in a rear-end accident right at the stoplights, and they're all around my age, right, 50-ish, still rides. But it's crazy to think about it. a lot of stuff could be prevented because they would have this. They will make themselves a lot more visible. I saw a lot of the older Harley rider the other night. Somehow their tail light blew out. They don't even know. And they got on the freeway. The only thing they have is the front headlights, and in the pitch darkness, it's crazy. And when I was younger, I don't understand because my vision is actually really, really good. But as I get older, I understand that why a lot of elder people get in a car accident, because I am almost in that shoes. At nighttime, I do have a problem seeing things further ahead. It is what it is. Yeah. You know, and this will actually bring out the visibility. That's why I want to see you. Remember when I saw that product, I said, this is an awesome product. I want to see you. You're like, why do you want to see me? Because you think this is a cool product. You probably think how much it's going to cost you. But it's not at all. Yeah, but I think it's a cool product that goes out there. A lot of Purist guys ride motorcycles. I think they should know about this product, and this product might come in handy one day. And it's very reasonably priced. You go buy a pair of Alpine Star City, that's $400, $500 right now.
Right, or priced right with what the good boots are.
Yeah, and this is a great product, and also for some of you guys, and well, a lot of people like my idea. Okay, so for some of you guys out there, it's a great product for you to buy for your boyfriend if they ride. So you want them to be safe, or husband.
Yeah.
You know,
if you have a partner and they ride, you want to keep them safe. This is a
ladies out there. Let me just tell you this: no matter how pissed off you are, guys like to ride. They like to ride. It's
gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Even if you don't know, it's gonna be parked at their friend's house.
It's actually, we have a lot of friends like that. Yes, I know a lot of people have bikes at people's house. So it is what it is. But you rather they go out right with the better safety gears. I think this is a big add-on to a motorcycle guy's life. You know, if they're gonna continue to ride. You know, it looks pretty darn nice, and it's also you know, they can pretty much just walk around every day in these shoes. You know,
they're comfortable. That's the thing. And so the big thing for comfort was material selection. That impact protection that's only gets hard with impact. That's a new material out of the UK, and so that really gave us the opportunity to get rid of a lot of the normal ways that you'd have impact protection on motorcycle boots. Generally, it's like hard plastics that are heavy and bulky.
Looks like a foam.
Yeah, so we're able to replace a lot of that with some newer material, and that's kind of given us this comfort.
I think I heard of that company. I think they also made an iPhone
case. Yeah, they have iPhone case stuff. So it's really getting adopted a lot in military and sports applications, and I think we're the first ones to put them into shoes.
Yeah, but you know, your story is pretty amazing. But the key thing. Let me turn this around. The key thing about this story today is, besides I can introduce you guys to a great product, and also a great guy, and he created a great product, and also, you know, it's something good for the Purist community, and every single motorcycle rider out there should actually, you know, have something like this. Also, the key thing is the story, that it's very hard to start a company. People always text me and ask me, so how do you get, people think I'm successful, which I'm not. I think I'm just doing okay, but the problem is, I think, regardless of being successful or not, it's about the story that you don't ever give up. You don't ever. There are times, trust me, it's harsh. I want to give up in life. It's okay. There are times that I want to just like give up a lot of stuff. And I was telling you before my story, I was on the street. I was homeless. I was out, you know, doing stupid stuff. But you know, I work hard. I never give up. And this is one of the story. And I wish the community could put together, embrace him, and. You know, if you're gonna buy a boot, buy it from somebody else in the group, and somebody that's in the group, and create this wonderful product for all of us to use. You know, and again, I'm not getting paid for this, and nobody can pay me for saying this. I think just he's a great guy. He's been in a community for a long time, and this is a great product for everybody else to have. And check it out. And
so yeah, we'll offer a discount code too. So like we'll help out. So use Purist, get free domestic shipping.
Yeah, free domestic shipping. Get on ROAME.
Yeah, ROAME, and we have ROAME.com. You know, I have a lot of people that come up to me asking me if they, you know, they want to start a business, whether it's a good business idea or not. And no matter what their business idea is, that there's always one thing that's very common. I say, you can achieve anything in this world as long as you're willing to give up what's necessary to get what you want. And so. You mentioned earlier if I was eating top ramen and stuff, and early on, I just came out of college, and so I was used to eating top ramen, and starting a business was a lot like being in college. Still, Except you feel like you've been taking I feel like I've been taking a final for 6 years. Like the amount of mental capacity and strength you need to kind of run a company is a lot like taking a final.
I'm gonna tell you bad news.
Okay.
You're just starting. Yeah, you're just starting because
that's okay.
Entrepreneurship is never easy, but sometimes you create stuff not for monetary gains. Sometimes you create stuff because you already invest so much time in there, and it is a good product. It's the right thing to do, and people acknowledging it. You know, so I'm glad that I'm here, able to see this product in myself in person, and able to broadcast it out and help you tell people like this is a great product. You know, and most people does that because they have financial gain out of it. Like we had a coffee, and I tell you like I love the product because I love the product. You know, not because somebody pays me say, oh, I'm gonna pay you $5,000. Go online and say something good about us. I never done that. You know, I just think that your effort needs to be acknowledged, which is and people when people hear the story that's coming out behind this pair of shoes, when they buy it with pride, and they buy it actually into they're supporting entrepreneurship, just like how I was supported when I was a kid. You know, most people, I mean, I would give up on myself for the way I was acting when I was a kid. But there are people that didn't give up on me, actually pushed me to do certain things, and their daughter and son actually probably watching this right now. And every day I think of their father on one chance in life that they gave it to me, and hopefully I create a platform among purists to give that one chance, and you know, to go out there. So, you know, and I think doing good. But I'm telling you, it's starting. It's gonna be getting more painful down the road.
Oh yeah, so we're coming out with like new styles, new colors. We'll have like jackets, a whole line of gear in the future. But I mean, that's, you know, a couple years out.
That's good. I think I thought people were asking lady shoes.
So our designer is a woman, and we've discussed coming out with the women's line. It's kind of challenging to come out with new styles and new colors because it usually requires more molds, and you know, our mold costs are kind of high. So right now, and that's why we don't have half sizes. So right now we only have full sizes, 5 through 14. They're unisex, but we have all intentions of coming out with a women's line. We've been discussing that for a long time. So when the time is right.
Sounds good. Anything else you want to add?
No, thank you for having me here. This is such a cool place. If you haven't got a chance to check it out, I mean,
no, it's not open to public. Most people are gonna see it. You're gonna get one glimpse. It's a dirty, nasty place, man. That's it.
What, 3 skylines?
3 here? Yeah, 3 skylines here.
3 skylines. Oh man, this place is cool.
2 Black Series. Couple GT2, GT3s.
Hummer H1.
Hummer H1s.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun.
But anyway, check out ROAME. If you have any questions, you can go to roam.com, and there will be like a little blue question mark at the bottom right. Click that, send us a message, we'll respond.
Got it. Instagram wise?
Yeah, so someone owns ROAME on Instagram. Someone named Jerome who doesn't post. So our Instagram is ROAME Gear.
Okay.
It's ROAME GEAR.
Okay.
And that's our social media platform on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything.
Got it. All right, and it's great stuff today, and I haven't done live for a long time, and I'm glad that I'm able to bring you guys something cool like this. And oh, we got German fan now, all from Germany, Rudolph. Thank you, Rudolph. And meantime, take care of you guys. I'm gonna sign off. Great stuff, man. Great stuff.
Thank you.